Hello Aquarius, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. My channel is still new, it's just over a year old, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And if you are subscribed, if you subscribe today, thank you so much. It really helps me out. To everybody who is my viewers, subscribed or not, thank you for being here with me. I wouldn't have a channel without viewers, right? And I love you all. Now, those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing a series. It's an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One. This is book 1, which I've read aloud live on Facebook and uploaded all of those videos here to YouTube for you to enjoy for free. Just know that book 2 is published and available. All the links that you need for my books are in the description box below. Also, if you would like a personal reading, I do offer those. The information to contact me to schedule one is also in that description box. Okay, everybody, so welcome and welcome back. Quick explanation of what I'm doing, as I usually do. This week, when I was thinking about which decks to use, I suddenly had this idea come into my head out of nowhere, so I feel like I was led by Spirit. Spirit basically said, ask your son. And I'm just like, what? But you know, I'm not questioning that anymore. I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm not really exactly sure why, but I think I'm going to know by the end of the week why this deck was chosen. Now, I thought that he was going to choose from my decks, but instead he chose the deck that I gave him for his birthday. The Ukiyo-e Tarot by Koji Furuta. This deck was published in the 80s, I believe. And since my son loves Japan, almost all things Japan, he loves Japan. I bought these for him. He loves them. So he said, use these. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, they're really so beautiful. I taught him the love of Japan. I love Japan too. So this deck has been just so freaking beautiful. I love it so much. However, I didn't, you know, I like my oracles to somehow go or match with my tarot, and I didn't have any Japanese oracles, and I didn't have enough time to order one or anything. So it occurred to me that Japan is an island nation, and so since it's also still summertime and I bought this for summer, The Whispers of the Ocean by Angela Hartfield, and the artwork is done by Ekaterina Golovanova. Beautiful artwork. And also because, you know, I like to have the goddess involved. This is the channel for the Mother Speaks Tarot. So I'm going to be using the Legendary Ladies Goddess deck by Anne Shen. Again, there are 2 Japanese goddesses in here. And one did come out this week. It was really awesome. Okay, so and if I'm going to clarify, I'm going to use the Tarot of the Cloisters by Michelle Leavitt. Okay, so as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will. I read major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. And that is the plan that you wrote for your own life before you incarnated, so that you would encounter and hopefully learn certain poignant lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration and wisdom that is encoded in your soul. Now, because of our free will, it is possible to lower in vibration during a lifetime, but if you can manage to rise in vibration lifetime after lifetime, or possibly a whole lot just in one lifetime, I don't know all the rules for that, but if you can rise in vibration, eventually you could become what we call enlightened, like Jesus and Buddha and Isis and Thoth and a lot of other people out there. We know that they have affected a great deal of positive change on our planet. So when I'm looking at your major arcana cards, it's a lot like looking at your fate or your destiny, but it isn't exactly, because we have that free will. Now, there are times that something will happen in your life that you just cannot control at all. It just happens. We wrote it that way, okay? And those times are indicated to me by the Wheel of Fortune card, which you do not have. Okay, so right here at the heart of everything, Aquarius, you have the exact same card and it's right side up in the exact same place as Gemini just had. King of Swords. This is your energy along with Gemini and Libra. So you are like feeling at the top of your energy. You are king energy right now. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You are in boss mode. You have mastered your mind. You are brilliant. You are intelligent. You are maybe a genius. You are, you have a strong sense of justice, fairness, integrity. Okay. Now the card that is crossing this is always read right side up, and it's the Knight of Wands. And this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, the one thing I'm getting from this card, though, while knights can be a lot of stuff, I think that you might have moved, or you may be moving, or going on a journey. This is, I feel like this is you somehow taking care of your life, doing life upkeep in a way. This, because this is, you know, you're using your intelligence, you have mastered your mind, and this is one of the faster nights, and all nights are bringers of change, and this is one of the cards that speaks about change of residence. So, and because it's wands, because the change of residence can be related by different cards, but this is fire energy. This is something that is inspirational. Your inspiration and passion for something has led you to do this. I think that you've probably thought about it for a good long time, and you finally just decided, I am going to be the boss of my life and deploy this knight, even though he's not your knight. This is wands. For some of you, this could be a fire sign who has moved close to you or something, or moved in with you. So if this is true, note that you're a king and they're a knight. Okay? Now, okay, so enough with that. Now, what is at the root of all of this is the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups is when you're moving on. You've had enough of something, and you get up and go. So there you go. I think that you have had enough of something, and you were fired up enough to say, that's it, I'm moving. I'm going to get a new apartment, or I'm going to get a new house, or I'm going to move to a new city. Yeah, I don't think that this is like immigrating or moving to a new country or anything, because this, I don't have the world card here, which would have made that very clear if that was true. So I just think that this is a move that it could just simply be a trip that you're going on. Something like a walkabout, I just heard. A walkabout. Isn't that what Australian Aboriginal folks do? Aboriginal shamans? You know, the Eight of Cups in one of my decks is Moses, where, you know, just thinking about that walkabout led me to Moses, and that's what they did. He realized that he was Hebrew, and he left with the Eight of Cups He had spent most of his life there. He was a prince of Egypt. He had a lot invested, which is what the Eight of Cups is when you've invested a lot of emotion into something, but then you get overwhelmed and you're just done and you just leave. You don't need those two other cups. You don't want the two other cups. You're done. And that is what Moses did. He was this prince of Egypt. He had these 8 cups of being a prince of Egypt, and he said, but I'm not really. My true path is to be Hebrew and to lead my people out of this place that I thought was ideal for me. It's not, because look at what it's doing to my people. And so they did go on a sort of walkabout. They wandered the desert for 40 years. So maybe after all, maybe all that's what you've decided to do. You've decided to move around like a walkabout, or like Moses did. Interesting. Wow, that is really cool. You know, I that doesn't surprise me, Aquarius. You guys are, you know, the life of the party a lot. You have a lot of energy. You're extremely smart. Okay, you guys are geniuses. You're very, very, very intelligent. You've got a lot of passion. So I would not be surprised if you decided to do something like a walkabout. This is your recent past, okay? And this is moving out of your life at this time. And this is the Moon card. This is Pisces energy, okay? And this is about intuition and seeing things, knowing something is there but not being able to see it. Sometimes secrets, you know, in the reverse, these things may have come to light, okay? You may have learned a secret recently, but if there was any deception, it was minor and you recognized it before any damage was done. Yeah, that's what this deck focuses on about this card in the reverse. A minor deception recognized before damage is done. Trifling mistakes, gain without payment, exploitation. What the heck is gain without payment? Anyway, what I feel this is that something came to light, and I mean, you know, it may have been about yourself, because it was minor, and it's such a small thing that you were able to take care of it, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. There's also something else that you got the Moon card about, but we'll go back to it when I'm done going through all this. Your intuition may have been a bit off, but that's in the past now. Now these next 2 cards here are future cards, and I'll read this one first. Now, she's in the reverse, but I'm just going to show her to you right side up. Let us all ooh and ah at the beauty of this card. Beautiful. Okay, so this is the Queen of Swords. Notice that you, at the heart of everything, are the king. This is a divine couple. This is, now these can be people that are armed for what they do, police officers or veterans, or, you know, but I don't know if that's what you're doing right now. I think that you're really just strong in your boss mode, strong in your truth. But whoever this is, this could even stand for you in your near future. When the Queen of Swords is in the reverse, she's bitter. She's angry. She's sometimes malicious. Okay, this is bitterness, basically. Most of when she's right like this, she learns from her mistakes. She learns from her pain, things that aren't her mistakes. She's often a widow. She doesn't let those things get her down. When she's in the reverse, though, that's the opposite of that. She's let things get her down. Okay? So if if this is a feminine energy in your future, somebody that you feel is your counterpart, this person is very bitter and hurt and needs to work through it. This may even indicate that while you may have very similar energies, she is not your queen, perhaps. But I think that see how they're kind of mirroring each other like this? As above, so below. It's kind of like the same thing. So I feel like this is you, actually. This is your masculine energies are right side up. You're feeling really good. You're feeling powerful. You're feeling like a boss. But in the near future, there's something that your feminine side is going to be still hurt about, still bitter about, maybe even angry. And then this is the next card. This is the 10 of discs. So that is the happy family card. So if this is someone you think is your counterpart, I don't think that they are, or they aren't just yet. Okay? When I have future cards that are in the reverse, sometimes I feel like they may manifest. Like right now, their energies are still there. They're there, but they're not quite what they could be. I get that because that's how you read the Thoth deck. And that's how I read decks for years. And right now, I do feel like this may manifest eventually. If this is you, then this is you learning from your pain instead of being angry and bitter about it. Or it's your counterpart doing that. And only when that is done can this happen. This is an inheritance. I just heard this is an inheritance. Something that is meant for you. Maybe this is, if someone passed away in your family and you're waiting for your inheritance, this could be like a sibling who is bitter about, or this is you maybe not getting an inheritance and you being bitter about that. This doesn't have to just be an inheritance, though. This can be a lot of money, but this is also the family that we come from, which is why I said this could be a sibling. Because this is our DNA, and we inherit our DNA and our money from those that we come from. Not always our DNA when we're adopted and such, but yeah, this is the family that you come from. So you know what that is. Now this is an interesting hope card, and it's very similar to Libra. Libra's hope card this week was so confusing. I still don't really understand. I'm going to have to meditate on it. Maybe it's, it's simple enough. Maybe it's just not resonating with me, though. But as a hope, I don't know. See, this is mostly like apathy and being disappointed and not seeing a blessing from spirit. So why this would be a hope, I don't know. Let us clarify. What's up with this Four of Cups in the hope section? What's up with this Four of Cups in the hope section? Whoa, whoa, cards. Ten of Staves, which is wands, oppression. Oh, okay, so I think what this is saying is that you've been just working really hard and you would just love to be able to take things for granted for once. Because that's what this is, basically. When you have everything that you need, your life is luxurious and you get bored because there really isn't a whole lot. You have everything you need, and so then by being bored, you don't see the cup that the universe is handing you, saying that, look, the fact that you have everything you need is a blessing, and you're just like, whatever, I'm bored. No, for you, you're hoping to be this way for once. You would just love for once for you to have everything that you need so that you just don't have to work so hard and carry such a heavy load all the time, right? Relaxation, having the time to get bored. That's what I'm feeling. Or a break from this oppression, this heavy load you've been carrying. And it's this. Had to count those suckers. You can barely see the X at the top. This is the Ten of Swords. You've been stabbed in the back. That's how you're feeling right now. But you're done. This is done. It's over. Yeah. Being stabbed in the back. It's getting there. Okay, so yeah. Stabbed in the back. You may have found out what the heck was up here. It looks as though you still have some repercussions coming up here with this bitterness and trouble with money, not getting an inheritance. Okay, somebody is stabbing you in the back. It has to do with family. Disloyalty, treachery, competition. Oh, and I feel like you didn't see that coming. Probably because your heart is so kind. Because you are the King of Swords. You are truth and justice and integrity and intelligence. You're just like, I'm done. I'm out of here. Look at this guy's face. They want me to show you his face. He's like, I'm done. Oh, this is your fear card. Not being able to make a decision or not being able to make the right decision. I'm not even going to look at this, the little booklet for this. This is what I'm feeling very strongly. You may be afraid that you made the wrong decision. This wand is connected to this wand. You don't have any more wands. So this was your decision to move, to go, to do your walkabout, or to change your residence, or to move on from, maybe you were living in the family home, or you're about to move out of that family home, and you're afraid that between these choices, because the Two of Wands is about two very difficult choices. One will keep you safe and comfortable, and then the other one is outside of your comfort zone, but it brings you the world. It's a little bit harder, it's out of your comfort zone, but it brings you everything that you ever could have wanted, right? You're afraid you made the wrong decision. But I don't think you did, because here is your potential outcome. And I say potential because of your free will, but it looks like you're breaking free. This is breaking free from bondage to things like toxicity. And, you know, I mean, look at him. Breaking free from that. He looks like he's about to stab somebody in the back with his trident, which kind of looks like a fork. He's angry. This is anger. This is, the manipulation and obsession and all the toxicity that was holding you back. But the devil energy is the swords. The swords is our minds. We experience emotional pain because this is the devil lives in our mind. We get insecure. We have fear. We're afraid we make the wrong decisions. We get angry with people and snap at them and then regret it later. Or people are manipulative. There's so much that goes into this, but you're breaking free. You're throwing off those shackles. You're like, I'm out of here. Wow. I'm proud of you, Aquarius. Now, here's the thing I was going to say about the moon here. This is the underlying energy. Now, before I talk about the moon part with this, well, screw it. You probably already know. Look, you got the sun and the moon, and they're both in the same position. Now, regardless of their message, whenever I get the sun and the moon in a reading, regardless of their message, regardless of their position, this is the feminine and this is the masculine. This is, in a way, a completely different message for you. This is saying that your two energies, your masculine and your feminine energies, aren't exactly developed. Okay? That's what this is telling me. Now, we'll put this back. You know, you found something out. You found out this secret, or you found out about this deception. And the underlying energy of this whole read is that you have been kind of happy, but not completely. You want it to turn like this. You know, and even in the, in the right side up, people would be like, oh, trickery, deception, oh, bad stuff, Sometimes this is even mental illness, okay? But I'm feeling that, like I said, though, these give me completely different messages that have nothing to do with, almost nothing to do with what the cards themselves mean. This is your feminine energy. This is your masculine energy. So just masculine energy and your feminine. Okay? So now I know what you're saying right now, but Allison, my King of Swords is right side up in my Sun card, which is the masculine, and this is the feminine, okay? Now, for me, the Sun card doesn't mean unhappiness when it's upside down. It means happiness either way. It's a magic card for me, okay? So, you're happy, you're in boss mode, but you could be happier. But your feminine energies are off. Why? Because there's still bitterness. Okay? Now, so as the underlying energy, yes, you've been happy, but not as happy as you could be. Now, there has been stagnation. This is no change whatsoever. This is the Death card in the reverse. The Death card means change, but in the reverse, it means stagnation. You've been feeling stagnant. You've been going, you haven't been able to make a decision. This is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. You have been off balance. You've been very indecisive about what you want in life, because you had a previous victory, but you may not, you don't know which way to go now. And so that's why you're stagnating. And since you're usually a happy-go-lucky person, you stay in your happiness, but you're not as happy as you could be. I think you're the kind of person, Aquarius, that hides their bitterness because they're known as the person who's always happy-go-lucky and the life of the party. You know what I mean? So I guess Spirit is asking you to address those deep parts of yourself, because that's how you can become happier. Nothing has to happen to you for you to be happier. All you have to do is dive deep inside yourself and start healing stuff. People always think, oh, I'll be happy if, this happens for me one day, or if I get rich one day, or we always have these ideas of what's going to make us happy, but the only thing that really brings true happiness is facing and handling and dealing with our shadow side, the devil that resides in our mind. And it looks like you're going to do that. You are totally breaking free. So power on through that. Understand that you have every right to have emotions, Aquarius. Okay? You don't always have to be entertaining. You don't always have to be everybody's cheering up person. Somebody should cheer you up sometimes, maybe, Not maybe, for sure. All right, let's get your Legendary Ladies cards. Please don't forget to like and please subscribe. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It really helps me out. Durga. Nina. Courage. Yep. Okay. Was that? Yes, it was Durga. Okay, well, she wants to come out. She came out for Gemini, too. Goddesses, who else would like to come out for Aquarius? Wow, calm down there, cards. What the heck? Okay, I'll go again. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, these guys. This is way too much, ladies. I'm going to keep her, though, because she's right side up. All right. Let us start with... Oh! Hold on here. Oh, wow. Okay, so those ones that I put away, I'm not going to read them all to you, but we've got Artemis, we've got Parvati. So if Parvati had come out, I would have had... Oh, no, Parvati is Durga. But also Pele was there. Yeah. Oh, my God. And Kali. They all came out. But these are the ones that were... Okay, let's start here with your ocean. 18, clearing the excess. You are entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it is in your physical body or your physical space. Okay, so I think you might already be doing this if you're going to be moving, if you're going to go on a walkabout, if you're going to go on a trip or something. You can clean your energy by taking a bath with 3 cups of Epsom salt, 1 cup of baking soda, and a couple of drops of essential oil. Take a bath in that for at least 15 to 20 minutes, and that will clean your energy. Okay. Also, selenite cleans your energy. This is my selenite wand. It's a salt. You can sage. There's a lot of stuff that you can do to cleanse your energy. And when it talks about clearing the clutter around your house, what that means is when you clean your house, when you throw away trash, you're spreading your energy around, you're renewing it in a way. When you know how you have a plate or something and you ate off of it and it's all messed up, but when you wash it, it looks almost brand new. That's the renewal type of energy for throwing away clutter. Do you really need this? Have you used that product in the last month, or has it been sitting there in your bathroom for 6 months or a year? That kind of stuff, because what you're looking at, if your environment around you is cluttered, so is your mind. Trust me, I have a hard time with clutter at times. I usually have a pretty neat room, but if I have a surface, oh man, I can never have like an empty, clean surface. I always put things on my surfaces. So every now and then I gotta declutter. Push to the surface. You may have become complacent. You might be stalling or in need of a new surge of energy. Become aware of the dynamics of your life. See, this is, you know what? This is lethargy, apathy, being bored. So maybe you're like, see, this whole push to the surface, this is clarifying this for me. You might be stalling or in need of a new surge of energy because look at, your clarifier is that you're exhausted. You're exhausted, and that's why you're bored. That's why you have no more energy. That's why you were emotionally overwhelmed. You see what I mean? The cards talk to each other. Wow. Okay. All right. Single-mindedness. Choose your own path and what is best suited to you. Okay? You're almost there. You're the king of your life right now. Okay? You're definitely the boss, and you're breaking free of this kind of stuff. So it's time for you to go ahead and choose where you want to go. Like I said, Moses, he realized that where he had been, it wasn't his path. It was the path of a prince of Egypt, which is what he wasn't. What is your own path? Your own path. And leaping through the air, a plan you have made is on track. If you are waiting for something, get to work and stop putting off ideas or projects you are considering. Okay, so that is like the second one that said you might be stalling or in need of some new energy. Okay, this says push to the surface. Look at how they're jumping through the surface and flying through the air at this point. This is oh my God, you guys. 1 and 8 equals 9. 2 and 7 equals 9. 4 and 5 equals 9. You've got 999 right here. You are almost to the end of something. See, look at how this is right at the bottom. It's under the ocean, okay? It's at the floor. Then it says push to the surface and then fly. See what I'm saying? Leaping through the air. Air is your element. And all this water, you're dealing with emotion. It's your emotions that are down here at the bottom. They want you to push to the surface through this exhaustion. You're tired. Like this baby whale just got born. It, you know, do you think that it's got all the energy in the world? No, it was just born. It's probably exhausted, but it has to get to the top to survive. And so then if you get your plan to stay on track and you get to work instead of putting off your ideas, you will not only push through that, you will fly. Once you get your plan together. Now, Saraswati, enlightenment, Durga, boundaries, and Niwa, creation. Create boundaries to achieve enlightenment. For your enlightenment. I'm going to read these though, okay? All right. Niwa. It makes me want to say Nima because that's my dog's name. She is a mermaid. Isn't she beautiful? God, I love these cards. She is Chinese, the goddess of creation. Oh, Nuwa. I thought it was Neiwa, but it's not. It's N-U-W-A with 2 dots over the U. Nuwa, goddess of creation Nuwa, is signaling to use the raw material of your life to create something meaningful, perhaps to find your very purpose. Right. This whole thing about Moses, okay? Who are you? Are you a prince of Egypt or are you Moses, who everybody pretty much remembers as much as any, or maybe more than any prince of Egypt or even a king, right? Now, Durga. Where is she? CD. Okay, Durga. Of course, she's Hindu. Great goddess of war and protection. Durga is leaping into your life right now to help you establish boundaries. Boundaries are one of the greatest ways you can take care of yourself. Remember to draw clear ones to protect and preserve your inner spirit. Okay? Your inner spirit is bright, it's happy, it's intelligent, you are a genius. Don't ever let anybody bring you down, not even yourself. Okay? Now Saraswati. She is also Hindu, as she is part of the feminine trinity. She, it looks like she's in a swan boat, but she actually rides a giant swan. Okay, so enlightenment, goddess of knowledge and the arts. Saraswati is opening your third eye to all things that require wisdom and study. Focus on these things and you'll be rewarded with enlightenment. Wow, okay, so I feel like this is like a combination of the Hierophant and the High Priestess. The Hierophant is a scholar. The High Priestess is intuitive. And then you also have this idea of creative art, knowledge and the arts. Wow. So with this enlightenment, I'm thinking that maybe you didn't get as much enlightenment. Something didn't come to light as much as it could have, perhaps. All right, so let's see, how much control do you have over this situation? I can gauge that by the number of major arcana to minor. And you have 2, the moon and the devil. So this is deception coming to light and breaking free of toxicity. Okay, so this would also be, setting your boundaries. Then we have the enlightenment with the moon, and creation energy. Yeah, what you're about to create. This hole with the nines, just remember this as you're continuing. Yeah, I know that you're tired. I know that this is new. But you'll have help to help push you through to the surface. And then you'll fly because it's natural to you. All right, Aquarius, that's what I have for you at this time. I hope you enjoyed your reading. See you next time.